In 2013, the United States government did something absolutely bizarre. They officially denied the existence of mermaids. Not aliens, not Bigfoot. Mermaids. Why would one of the world's most powerful governments waste time and resources denying a fairy tale? Unless it's not a fairy tale at all. What I'm about to show you will completely change how you see the ocean, because buried in classified documents, hidden in explorers' testimonies, and lurking in the deepest parts of our seas, there's evidence of something that shouldn't exist. And the more you dig, the more terrifying it becomes. The year was 1493. Christopher Columbus, returning from his first voyage to the Americas, recorded something shocking in his ship's log. He claimed to have seen 3 mermaids rising high out of the water near the coast of Hispaniola. But here's where it gets strange. Columbus wrote that they were not as beautiful as depicted in paintings. In fact, he said their faces had some masculine characteristics. What did Columbus really see that day? Fast forward to 1608. Henry Hudson, the famous explorer, documented an encounter off the coast of Norway. 2 of his crew members spotted a mermaid with pale skin, long black hair, and the tail of a porpoise. The men were experienced sailors, not prone to fantasy or delusion. So why would they risk their reputation reporting such an impossible creature? But the sightings didn't stop in the age of exploration. In 2009, the town of Kiryat Yam in Israel offered a $1 million reward to anyone who could prove the existence of a mermaid spotted off their coast. Dozens of witnesses came forward, claiming they'd seen a woman performing tricks in the water before disappearing beneath the surface as the sun set. The reward was never claimed, but the mystery remained. Now, back to that government denial in 2013. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, America's official ocean research organization, released an unusual statement. They felt compelled to officially deny the existence of mermaids. Think about that. Why would a government scientific agency waste resources denying a mythological creature? What were they really trying to cover up? Here's where the true story gets terrifying. Marine biologists have discovered something called aquatic ape theory. This controversial hypothesis suggests that millions of years ago, a branch of human ancestors took to the water. They developed streamlined bodies, increased lung capacity, and subcutaneous fat layers similar to marine mammals. Could these ancient aquatic humans still exist in the deepest, most unexplored parts of our oceans? Consider this chilling fact. We've explored less than 5% of Earth's oceans. The Mariana Trench plunges nearly 7 miles deep. Entire ecosystems exist down there in complete darkness, surviving on chemicals from volcanic vents. We've discovered giant squid thought to be extinct, fish with transparent heads, and creatures that defy biological explanation. What else is hiding in those unexplored depths? In 2004, fishermen off the coast of South Africa began reporting strange sounds in the water. Sophisticated underwater recordings captured vocalizations that matched no known marine species. The patterns suggested complex communication, almost language-like. When analyzed, researchers found the sounds came from something with a larynx structure similar to humans, but more adapted for underwater acoustics. Ancient cultures around the world share remarkably similar mermaid legends, despite having no contact with each other. The Babylonians worshipped Onus, a fish-human hybrid who brought civilization. The Japanese tell of the Ninyojo, whose flesh grants immortality. African tribes speak of mamiwata, powerful water spirits with fishtails. Celtic folklore warns of selkies and meros. How did isolated civilizations on different continents develop identical myths? Perhaps because they weren't myths at all. Perhaps our ancestors encountered something real, something that watched from beneath the waves as humanity spread across the coastlines, something intelligent enough to avoid detection, but curious enough to occasionally surface, something that reminds us we're not alone on this blue planet. The ocean keeps its secrets well, but every now and then something surfaces. A strange skeleton washes ashore in Papua New Guinea with a humanoid skull and elongated spine ending in vertebrae unlike any known species. The body disappears before proper analysis. A blurry photograph emerges from the Persian Gulf showing an unmistakable figure with human features and a powerful tail. The photographer vanishes. So what's the truth? Are mermaids simply misidentified manatees and seals, as skeptics claim? Are they ancient legends born from sailors' loneliness and imagination? Or is something far more extraordinary happening in the 70% of our planet covered by water? Something that challenges everything we think we know about human evolution and what's possible on Earth. The next time you stand at the ocean's edge, staring into those dark waters, remember this. Somewhere in those depths, in trenches so deep the pressure would crush a submarine, in underwater caves never touched by sunlight, in the silent abyss where no human has ever ventured, something might be staring back, and it might look disturbingly familiar. The truth about mermaids isn't found in fairy tales or Disney movies. It's hidden in suppressed government reports, unexplained sonar readings, and the terrified eyes of sailors who saw something they couldn't explain. The real question isn't whether mermaids exist. The real question is, what else is down there that we haven't discovered yet? And perhaps more frighteningly, what if they've been studying us all along? Comment down what are your thoughts about this. Have you ever seen something strange in the ocean? Subscribe for more mysterious deep dives into unexplained phenomena. Like if you believe something's down there.